If you're a heating air machine technician or even a salesperson, what are the 5 mental stages? 5 mental stages of the sales process, and what do you need to know about it? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. I do want to give you a really solid heads up that what I'm about to share, I do not believe I have shared outside of personal and private coaching ever. And the reason I bring this up is there's a lot of thought process that went into this. This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an accident. It is a way for you to see what's going on in the stages of not just yourself, but the people around you. So start cluing in and start like, okay, I could see where someone is in stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. Because at the end of the day, there's really 5 stages that salespeople go through, and each one of them determines what kind of sales you're going to make, what kind of deals you're going to make, how you're going to ask for the business, what kind of discounting you're going to use, the type of follow-up that's necessary. So let's get into this. So here's the thing. We all go through a mental process in the world of sales, and think of it like gears in a car. So each setting has its reason. Each belief, idea, concept is going to put you in a different spot, right? So I got my $12 whiteboard here. You know you wanted to see the $12 whiteboard. So when we take a look and we talk about the sales process, there's 5 things that you roll through just like everybody else. And when I was a corporate coach, this is what I would look for, okay? Never broke this down before, so you're getting the goods, never shared anywhere else. So first and foremost is certainty. Like you know with a shadow of a doubt when you meet somebody who's certain. Like they are just on it. Nothing phases them. No objection gets to them. There's no problem in the world that's going to get to them, that's going to bother them. And at the end of the day, they are going to walk into a sales process. They are going to meet with their buyer. They're going to meet with their client. They're going to get objections thrown at them. They're going to get reasons why thrown at them. And they're going to walk out and they're like, I got the check. We're good to go. Right? Somebody with certainty will close way more deals than anybody else. You go to the 80-20 rule of sales. This is the person that's in the top 4% of the world of sales, is somebody who's got constant certainty, right? They've reduced problems in their life. They've told their significant other, don't call me if there's a problem. Don't distract me. They've got rules, they've got boundaries, and they've got tons of things going on. And occasionally, as people are coming up in the world of sales and they're brand new and they're learning how to go through this process, they'll hit the stage of certainty and then not really know what to do with it and then pop down, okay? So the next is confidence. Confidence, right? The person you meet, you know when you meet somebody who's confident, but you know for a shadow of doubt when you meet somebody who's certain. So confidence is in the way that people walk. It's in the way that the people talk. You know, sometimes something might rattle them in the sales process, but they're confident they're able to overcome it, and they're able to have conversations and get to the next part of the step. And they might give a little bit of discounting to close a deal. I mean, maybe not a lot, but they are confident. They're like, I'm sure we can do this for you. Okay. Now there's like a dotted line. I'm gonna give you like an extended dotted line between number 3. And this right here, this dotted line is concern. And this is the place that you want to catch a salesperson. If you're a salesperson, it's where you start talking in your head and say like, I really don't like this. There's a problem. There's an issue. What if? There's like doubt that starts happening in your head. Like the second that you have some concerns about what's going on, you really need to get them rectified. You really need to have a conversation with a coach, a mentor, with a manager, with a business owner, and get these concerns addressed as soon as possible. They're like a credit card with really high debt. The longer that you leave these concerns running, the higher the probability that you're going to go into the next stage. So concerns are a way for you to take a look and say, hey, here's what's going on. So this might be somebody who really pulls back and stops talking to people in the office, is starting to get frustrated with a lot of things that are going on. They might get mad. They might get angry. They might have some problems. And this concern can happen personally in somebody's personal life. You know, they have a breakup, they lose a pet, they lose a family member, they have some money issues. These are usually like the triggers that are going to hit concern. On the business side, it's when things aren't taken care of from the company, the fulfillment issues. Like I'm sitting at the table belly to belly with a business owner. I'm sitting at the table belly to belly with another entrepreneur. I'm sitting belly to belly at the table with a homeowner, whoever you meet with. And you start saying like, there's some concerns. I made promises to them and they're not being fulfilled. So on one end, it could be a personal issue, like, you know, loss of money, loss of family, loss of pet, big vacation, new house, big pool being put into the house, something big financial happening in life. Or a fulfillment issue, not being paid at the office, not being paid on time, or lots of rules being put in place. Like anywhere that I've ever worked, and like they keep adding more and more rules, there's typically a management issue. There's something not being addressed. There's like 1 or 2 or 3, maybe 4 knuckleheads that are causing a bunch of problems, and everybody else has got to do push-ups for them, right? Because somebody doesn't have the moral courage to say, like, we're not doing this anymore, for whatever reason it may be. So like at this stage 3 of concern, like if you've got employees and you're a sales manager or you're a business owner and you start seeing a lot of employees have concern, there is a management issue, and you really got to address that. If you are a salesperson and you start seeing a lot of concern, you should start asking questions about longevity. You should start asking like, okay, what do I got to do to get this taken care of? Do I need to go talk to a manager? Do I need to go talk to a business owner and get a feel for where they're coming from? And there may be a perception problem. So sometimes it's you, just like sometimes it's me, right? I want to cry about that. Sometimes it's me, but it does happen. Okay. So like you might want to get with a mentor. You might want to get with a coach. You might want to get with a therapist. The thing is people who are on the outside around you sometimes can see better about what's going on in your life than what you can. It may be easier for them. So be aware that you can make a mistake just like I can make a mistake. And this is why you should join my email list. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. Number 4 on this list, my $12 whiteboard, number 4 is confusion. After the concern, there's confusion. Like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? I could probably do something else. I could probably go do something else. There's probably another company that I could work for. There's probably something else that I can do. I'm not understanding why all these rules are in place. I'm not understanding why I'm not getting paid. I'm not understanding why, like, there's a lot of why questions. And if a lot of why questions are starting to get triggered and you're going into the confusion process, like, what the, fill in the blank. That starts happening in number 4. You're in stage 4 of confusion, like right on the $12 whiteboard. You got confusion. Like this is the time where when you watch a movie and they're showing an airplane and they're like, pull up, pull up, pull up as the plane's going towards the crash, towards the ground. This is your pull up moment. This is, I need to get things straightened out. I really need to have some conversations. I might need extra coaching. I might need extra training. There have been stages in my life where I've hit confusion, talked to some good friends, talked to some coaches, talked to some mentors. Sometimes it was me, right? I got to point those fingers. Sometimes it was me. Sometimes it was the company. And so with confusion, you have decisions to make. Like 1, get some help. 2, have some conversations. 3, see if you got to make a move. And then number 5 is chaos. Chaos is where no sales are made. Chaos is where there's supreme frustration. There's supreme anger. There's anxiety. There's sleeping issues. There's money issues. There's why am I here? The what the, the what the question that you have going on in your head. And realize that as you watch salespeople go through their life over a couple of months, you can pick this up. You can start looking on like, that salesperson's got certainty. They're closing everything. They're doing good. Okay, they're confident. Like that's the step below. Oop, I've got some concern. You can see somebody's concern, and somebody who is a good sales manager, a good business owner, a good practitioner, a good offer owner is going to see somebody's got some concern, and they're going to step in and go, what's going on here? Right? So if you're a manager, you're a business owner, and you see a salesperson like heading down, they went from certainty to confidence, and now they're like, what's going on with that salesperson? Bring them in. Have a conversation, put them with a coach, put them with a mentor, have them do a ride along, have them do a side-by-side, have them do a sit with the other person, have them work by themselves. Like the worst thing to do is make everybody do push-ups. Like you have 25 salespeople and there's 2 people struggling, work with those 2. Don't make everybody else come in, right? And then there's the confusion, which is number 4. Confusion is like, I don't know. I'm really frustrated. I'm really upset. There's a lot of emotions that go on with confusion, and none of them are good. You don't want to translate those into the sales process. Whatever your dominant emotion is, what you're going through right now today, chances are pretty good you're leaking it into your sales process, and you need to be aware of that. And this is super important. Like this video is probably going to be 10 minutes long, 12 minutes long. And if you stuck around, congratulations. Like you got some insights that nobody else has. And the number 5 is chaos. And chaos, the problem with chaos is it doesn't stop in your business life. It develops into your personal life. It rolls into your personal life. And then so your personal life affects your sales life affects your personal life. And the further you go down this chain, the further you go down the steps on the $12 whiteboard, the more influence it has on relationships around you. Okay. So like as this goes down, you start having problems with personal relationships, not just business relationships, because of stress, anxiety, frustration, all the things that nobody wants to talk about in sales. Everyone wants to talk about, let's go close some deals. Let's go close some deals. But what they don't want to talk about is the mental issues that you go through and that I go through, because I go through this stuff too, right? I go through sales calls with business owners. I go through sales calls with practitioners and offer owners. And there's sometimes where I'm like, man, there's something wrong with me. I'm not closing deals. And then there's some days where I like, throw everything you can at me. I'm not getting off the phone. Like on those days where everything's getting closed, I'm staying on the phone as long as I can and I'm closing as many deals as I can. But here's my thing for you. Out of real concern, if you are struggling, let's say that you hit concern and you're heading down to confusion or you're in chaos, please get some help, right? Find somebody to talk to, a coach, a mentor, somebody from your parish, from your religion, a good friend, people like in this list is people that you trust, a therapist, a doctor. Because we start, including me, we start holding all of this stuff inside and we start holding it and it creates some problems because in the sales process, it comes out. You don't think that it does, but it leaks through in your body language. It leaks through in your verbal communication. It leaks through in your examples and the things that you're saying. These are all things in the forefront of your mind. Your emotions come through your body in a sales process. I'm going a little woo-woo on you, but that's okay, right? You need to hear it. You really do. I'm breaking down stuff for you that I haven't shared anywhere else that I know of, okay? This is my intellectual property. I came up with this from watching tons of salespeople and even going through emotional issues myself, dealing with a sales process, right? You've got certainty, which is the top dogette, going to close everything. Confidence, going to close a lot. Concern, this is where the problem starts. You have to, if like you start having concerns, call your manager, call your business owner, call your supervisor and go, hey, we need to have a conversation and line out everything that's going on. And it could be a you thing. It may not even be true, right? It's all in how you see it. It's all in the conversations. You could have people around you causing you to think that things are going on that aren't. And then confusion. Why am I here? What am I doing here? I don't get it. I don't know why. Why and what questions are the confusion process. And if you're in that nosedive, pull up. And then there's chaos. And you just so you know, you can get through chaos. You can. It's going to take some work and it's going to take some effort. But most of the time people hit chaos, they're like, I'm done. And then they biggity bounce out. And sometimes they're able to pull it out somewhere else because they get a new start and it's a brand new relationship for them. And just realize that like if you are a business owner, or if you're a manager, what you don't want is you don't want people to have concern on things that you can control. That's getting paid on time. That is fulfillment for product. That is dealing with upset clients. That's dealing with all the back end stuff that you have that's going on. Those things are all super important. And if you're a salesperson, you hit concern, what changed in your life? New car, new house, new pool, got a new girlfriend, got a new boyfriend, got a new husband, got a new wife, lost a family member or lost a pet. Those are the biggest reasons that somebody hits concerns. There you go. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow if this is social media. Or 3, share this with a friend by tagging them. You know what you got to do. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.